What is good? Osiris here, stuck in the middle. Thank you for joining once again. You might wonder, why am I showing Jimmy Dore here? Well, Jimmy Dore said something that has stuck with me ever since I heard it. He said, the reason why you should care about foreign affairs and how America handles them is because the same tactics they use against other countries to get the regime changes or whatever political actions they want done there are the same tactics that they will use against us. That brings us to a National Terrorism Advisory System bulletin released by the Department of Homeland Security. What is catching everyone's attention right now? It is line 1. The proliferation of false or misleading narratives which sow discord or undermine public trust in government institutions. They even pointed out talking about decentralization of the federal government. This is a slow boil rising up, and we're all in the pot, and we've got to turn that heat down. The government's turning the heat up. And with this verbiage, it's an attack on the First Amendment, and we are getting closer to the point where the government could run up in the crib of Joe Rogan. You know, the government, IRS, all these other departments, I would not be shocked if they're looking to dig up whatever they can about this man to get him out of there. With Marjorie Taylor Greene, we saw she was just banned on Twitter recently. Just found out that Marjorie Taylor Greene got suspended. 2022 definitely is going to be wild. The FBI recently ran up in the crib and raided Doogie Howser, MD. Or actually, that's a young James O'Keefe.
They will kick your door in and they will arrest you. And now we are at the point where Project Veritas is having their private, privileged, legal communications leaked to the New York Times, who with a smile on their face violate all norms, all respect, and lack all scruples. And you think sitting back and complying will result in you getting by. You are wrong. I'm sick of this.
Preach.
Mm-hmm. Preach, Tim. The Department of Homeland Security basically is declaring war on the internet with these vague terms. If somebody's doing something illegal, I'm all for safety of the country and our government agencies looking into it. But when you add First Amendment issues there, that's not illegal. That misinformation, disinformation, malinformation, that's not illegal. When you couple it with illegal acts, the illegal acts are the concern, not the First Amendment rights. But guess who's on this committee? Yep, you guessed it. Darren Beatty just reminded us, none other than Thompson, chair of the disgraced J6 committee. The J6 committee chair is also on the Homeland Security Committee. Now they're using this vague language. And we're coming up on the midterms where this Democratic establishment is starting to lose power. This is from Spike Cohen. As you know, government considers you a terrorist and treats you as such. I bring this up to remind you that they have these powers thanks to the Patriot Act and other anti-terrorism acts, always with good intentions in mind. When government gets more power for anything, they will inevitably use it against you. I'm not going to talk about establishment GOP anymore. That's a waste of my time. They are relevant politically, socially, and culturally. They are just the part of the Democrat Party that sits in the back of the club and just relax while the Democrat Party does all their dirty work for them. So I'm going after the strong arm. I'm talking about and challenging right now the establishment Democrats, even though it includes the Republicans. The two parties we have right now are America First and establishment Democrats. There are no populists on the left that are relevant as far as at the federal level. Memo to the federal government: we do not need you anymore. That's not a call to violence. That's a statement. You don't control my opinions. It's a call to political action through the democratic process the founding fathers laid out, ironically, to save us from you. I did this video right after the scary Omicron variant came out. We're not scared. We're getting information. If we need to be concerned, we will be, but we can assess information on our own. And the same thing's happening now. We're not scared. We know what you're trying to do.
They want to mentally fracture you and get you unable to get out of bed in the morning.
I'm not a part of MAGA, but this is the energy, and I fully support this. And shout out to Salty Cracker for this moment that I will use as a drop.
Motherfuckers, you haven't met us then because we geeked up and crazy and all this nonsense you're throwing in our way. That's motherfucking MAGA fuel as far as we're concerned. We take this stupid shit, we turn that shit into fuel rods and we use it.
DHS also seems to be sending a message that a citizen might be committing a thought crime if he is suspicious of centralized government power, concerned about government abuse of authority, and demanding an end to corruption of federal institutions. We can't have an America where that's not allowed. That's no longer America anymore. It's actually government acts like you're seeing from the Department of Homeland Security that are really making me believe more in decentralization through the democratic process. I always have to say that through the democratic process because of memos like that. They're making it almost a threat to say, I want to vote in people who believe in limited government power and more power with the people. I'm going to end with this. We've been soft. Our country, all the riches and spoils of our great nation have turned us soft, including myself, everybody. We don't have any perspective anymore. We have so many benefits and privilege being Americans that we can get angry over something that is a complete distraction or just only something you would notice when you have spoils of riches. You don't think we have spoils of riches? I know there are people struggling out there, but there are homeless people who literally get $800 a month with food stamps and other benefits like welfare. And then on top of that, they have cell phones, Netflix accounts, Amazon Prime, and the whole nine.
It's pretty fucking easy here. I mean, if we're gonna be realistic, they pay you to be homeless here.
When you said that San Francisco pays people to be homeless, what did you mean by that? You mean that literally?
Yeah. I mean, I get $620 a month, dude.
From general assistance,
yeah.
Or would you? How was that hard to get?
Fucking phone call, bro.
Wow.
Fucking phone call. 200 food stamps and $620 cash a month.
Wow.
Forget about it. Why wouldn't I do it? You know, it's fucking free money, dude. Yeah. This right now is literally by choice. Literally by choice. Like, why would I want to pay rent? I'm not doing shit. I got a fucking cell phone that I have Amazon Prime and Netflix on.
So I think we're doing overall, there's always challenges. We don't live in utopia, but we're doing okay, and more than okay, that we've gotten soft to the responsibility, that the civic duty of citizens to hold government accountable. America, the beautiful, established in 1776. Nothing lasts forever. We have to change. We have to adapt. We need a political enema. We need the country to go on, just metaphorically, we need the country to go on Amazon Prime to order a pump action enema bottle with nozzle, because throughout these 245-ish years, we've done nothing but give the government more and more and more power, and the government never takes it back. So it was a good run, but now it's time for the people to take some power back, to reset things, and then maybe we can get back on the right path. Let me know what you think. Take care.